Hello and welcome to another update video about Link. At the moment, the price is just consolidating sideways, still holding below this trend line. I did adjust this trend line yesterday. I think this makes more sense because we have more touch points than in the previous way I did draw the trend line. We had already broken out and we're now doing a retest, but this here seems to be the more, let's say, the more valid path. But I don't use trend lines, or the more valid way, but I don't really use trend lines primarily. What I'm doing, I do show them when I can identify them, but they are not so reliable really. At the moment, I think it's quite interesting because the market is still consolidating just below the trend line and then just above the 38.2 retracement level. So technical levels are clearly being respected. It's just that it's extremely boring at the moment, right, in this market. The overall situation is obviously unchanged. I mean, for weeks and weeks and weeks, we've been talking about this correction now. It is unfolding, but it just takes time to fully get completed, I'd say. It takes a long time, especially given that the wave one took several months. I mean, it started in June, don't forget, started in June 2023 and it completed in March. I mean, of course, the correction isn't going to get completed in a month. And if we rally from here, I would be inclined to see this only as a B wave rally. But we'll see. Sometimes these corrections can end quickly, especially if Bitcoin decides to run. Then some of these coins that probably should really, if we look at proportions, that should really do larger corrections, they could simply follow a direct breakout as well, right? Because the important fact here is that Link already formed a potential low in this support region. It's possible. Of course, it's technically possible we've reached that support region. That's what they are for. And I mentioned to you throughout early this year that a lot of wave 2 corrections, and this is currently assumed to be a wave 2 correction, a lot of these wave 2 corrections, they tend to end in the region of a previous wave 4 of one lesser degree. Now, as you can see here on the chart, this was here around $12.80 where this wave 4 bottomed. So it's absolutely possible that this wave 4 bottomed and that where the wave 2 bottomed, we also had the low in place for the wave 2. But there's no buy reaction that is in any way significant at this stage. So I think at the moment, I think it's just important to recognize that the low could be in absolutely, but we could also have to expect at least long range bound movements here, possibly even corrective rallies like highlighted in yellow, with this potential flat correction in a B wave, circle B, into the region between 1665 and 1989 before this B wave forms a top and then this C wave to the downside actually unfolds. So that's the current idea, right? That we are dealing there with a potential ABC structure, or in the white count, we might just need one more low more directly. And we have a nice AB and the C wave as an ending diagonal, which might just need to form one more low. And then the next support is at around $10.68 to $8.92. So at the moment, this is simply just following a potential triangle structure. It could extend out further. It's even possible that this fourth wave is unfolding as triangle, but that wouldn't make a great difference. Pay attention to the last swing low. The Wednesday, the 1st of May low is on many crypto charts a key level. If that level is taken out, it sends us down more directly in a C wave to the downside of wave 5 to possibly 1068. And it would at the same time invalidate the yellow microstructure. And looking at the bigger picture, let's take a look at the Link long-term chart. This gives us an idea of the longer time frame count, and you can see that we have formed this initial 5-wave pattern to the upside, to the early March highs. This could be this wave 2 pullback that we've been talking about. And then a third wave rally measured against the last low should take us to around about $90. This, of course, could still change. But what we normally want to see in such a third wave is that it reaches the 1.38 extension. It's actually 98. So yeah, there is a bit of confluence with other Fibonacci levels around $90 to $100. So pay attention to that as well. But This $98 level will change if we go a little bit lower in the wave 2. But overall, quite good reward to risk ratio. Please be aware that below $6.90, a more bearish perspective has to be adopted, because that is the last reliable support level here really, and a break below that would not be bullish, yeah, or at least would shift probabilities towards more bearish interpretations. That's my update about Link. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.